Peekaboo! Hello, my friends. Day number 7. We already are 7 days into our travels, and time really passes by quickly. It's always amazing to me. In general, the end of the year is here. 2018 is about to end. And wow, what happened? What is happening to life, right? So therefore, it's to me very important to live every day as much as possible from moment to moment and enjoy the moments and not be too far in the past and future, which is sometimes really easy to say, but it's a good muscle to practice, and I try to do that as much as I can. And yes, maybe give it a shot. It's really cool, because otherwise you're missing out in the moment, and the moment is actually the truth, where we are really living and where we can build and move forward with what we really desire to experience. All right, day number 7. Let's see what happens. I was in New Orleans yesterday, New York. Now we're traveling back to a different adventure. All right, let's go and just see what happens next. Once my vessel found itself safe and sound in Charlotte again, I, as planned, spent one night at Grauer's house before a new airplane would be dropping little Linda off into her upcoming 6 weeks Kali dreaming chapter. Woohoo! Los Angeles was marked on my itinerary next, and my soul reacted quite ecstatic about this additional dream coming true event ahead. As for my City of Angels residence, I chose the right next to the ocean located youth hostel on 2nd Street in Santa Monica as the perfect fit. Ha! There my interest in improving my English skills even more so arose with my ongoing happiness, and the lookout for a great language school turned into my next mission at hand. Now, as the internet back then still happened to be walking around in its baby shoes, everyone's information gathering existence therefore still needed to be approached in the old-fashioned manner, which included a real-time one-on-one interaction with other human beings by either using a landline phone or by in-person visits at the actual desired resource location, by mouth-to-mouth propagandas, by catalog and magazine ads, or by accidentally stumbling over the desired answer one way or the other. Ha! Well, and as for my starting out media, I chose Santa Monica's phone book, and thankfully, within a short amount of time, my eyes ended up spotting the perfect next stepping stone to take. Yay! A 1-month intense English course at the former ELS school located at the corner of Santa Monica Boulevard and 2nd Street. This new adventure introduced itself as, and that is where little Linda was given her first personal inspirational quote by her favorite teacher on the last day of these very educational 4 weeks. Well, and this to me precious and wise card ever since has been a continuous dear travel companion upon my many past living on Earth game adventures, and finds itself daily reminding my soul directly from its at times changing home wall position that the key to your success is to keep your dream in focus and to have the courage to do things others won't do. Information flow. Boom. And so I will. Thank you, Josh. The wonderful and dreamlike city of Santa Monica definitely revealed itself as the ideal English education location for various reasons. 1, it instantly filled my vessel with these lovely home sweet home emotions. 2, my inner adventurous surely got presented with many new exploration opportunities. And 3, little Linda finally found herself kind of being part of this The Other Planet movies reality check experience, as the scenery and its inhabitants appeared exactly as they all along did within all those many movies and TV shows that she loved so much, which, for example, included Beverly Hills 90210, Melrose Place, and Baywatch, Woohoo! Well, and at that time, the latter, thankfully, still happened to be in production mode. And of course, I here and there organized an excursion to its Malibu headquarters set with my there purchased rollerblades in order to get my acting fascination fed as well. Seeing Pamela Anderson and my teenage flame David Hasselhoff, also known as Michael Knight, live in action, certainly ended up marking another very inspiring experience as a further delightful presented treat from the magical universe. Thank you. Throughout those past few months, my BFF and I, of course, as usual, stood in here and there mail exchanging contact as well and updated one another about the most important whereabouts of each one's own journeys. Now, the second that my longest friend ever learned that my vessel would be vacating in sunny Cali for 6 weeks straight, he instantaneously decided to pay me a visit during my 4th and 5th week so that the two of our souls would be enabled to share some actual adventurous Cali dreaming moments as a unit. Yay! At the same time, I then actually found my dear raver and personal hairdresser friend Regu feeling about as thrilled as Danny was about my then current whereabouts that her soul got prompted to announce her vessels showing up during my last 2 LA weeks. Wow! Yes, and as the kind universe most likely thought that the three of our souls should be celebrating life together as a trio, it made sure to have them book their vacation with this overlapping week. Sweet! Of course, little Linda felt very excited to soon be surrounded by 2 of her dear Swiss friends as an even 1-week happy hour package, after being parted from everyone for 4.5 months by then. Yay! Immediately, I therefore suggested that the 3 of our vessels should be entering an adventurous 7 days excursion once we would be finding ourselves united as the 3 musketeers at the youth hostel. As both of my lovely friends instantly reacted as joyful as I felt about this suggestion, we as a result ended up picking LA, San Francisco, Las Vegas, LA for our travel route. The mixture of our 3 souls truly turned out to be as magical as it could have been, and the fact that Danny's and Regu's first ever meeting occurred at the youth hostel in Santa Monica made this whole Cali dreaming adventure even more so mysterious to us all. Ha! Those adventurous 7 days we ended up filling with lots of laughter, fun, and priceless memory creations, which even now, 20 years later, keep the 3 of our souls raving about this spectacular trip with its many hysterical creative moments. Even though that our dear Regu once, since the end of September 2017, finds herself due to an ongoing rapid experience production of an abnormal white blood cells phenomena, being forced to do so from the unseen side of sphere. Sniff. Yes, rest in peace, my precious friend. Much love. Always. 2 of my personal highlights within this storyline find themselves being anchored in San Francisco, which are 1, our hiking excursion up to the there discovered 2 prominent hills named after Danny's and mine favorite early 90s cult TV show, Twin Peaks, and 2, the accidental discovery of the famous Lombard Street on our walk back to our there booked hostel at 1:30 a.m., which we oh so well know from the over and over watched all-time hysterical movie What's Up Dog, starring Barbara Streisand and Ryan O'Neal. Oh yeah! This vacation, therefore, and for so many more reasons, remain as one of little Linda's favorite fun fact experiences that she safely cherishes within her thus far collected living on her Earth Game fun box. Yep, Thank you, my dear friends and lovely universe. Blessings. As soon as my vessel, after a very satisfying first Cali Dreaming Land journey, returned back to Charlotte again, my further plans for the remaining 4 weeks at hand, therefore, were set to enjoy the Growers home and the other planet reality stationery as part of a proper chapter ending before little Linda would be anew diving back into this swimming along with the current world again after a lovely, wild and free break of 6 months straight. This plan, though, ended up lasting for about 2 weeks before my inner voice suddenly informed me that the time had just arrived for my vessel to continue its many living on Earth game travels back in Switzerland again. Alrighty, that will is my command turned out to be my instant response, and therefore I immediately went ahead and changed my Zurich flight ticket to October 24th, 1996. Very happy and proud of my further achievements as Linda wartenweiler and filled with many more valuable ingredients, stories, and impressions for my, by then even more so preciously grown, Life Toolbox collection, little Linda then finally found herself able to embrace her mom and all her many other dear friends as soon as her vessel set foot back on Swiss territory again. Yay! Home sweet home! During the following 2 weeks, I then eagerly kept my soul busy with my then familiar turned adaptation process to my old new environment, to my further transformed inner self, with moving into my new home base in Oberach, with meeting all my lovely missed Swiss souls, and with the purchase of my first in Switzerland-based car, which turned out to be a dark blue Volkswagen Polo born in 1996. After a successful Swiss setting up reality creation, my soul then as a next step felt the urge to be more productive and useful again, as little Linda surely enjoyed enough time to play during the past half a year. Wink. Well, and this information flow as a further impulse therefore had me instantly call up my boss, wondering if it would be possible for my vessel to return to work on the following Monday already. Ha! Of course, my boss reacted more than happy about my early appearance proposal and welcomed little Linda back with open arms within a snap. Snap! Then, 6 months into another fun mortgage takeaway revival chapter, my employer decided to update our services to the then modern 1997 developed market trends by executing some overall restructuring strategies within the entire company. By now, the world of technology certainly successfully started its booming process, and the optimization of those many new possibilities turned into their future vision from here on instead. Oh yeah, call centers got invented, and the centralization strategy of a considered most effective workflow into one big modern building at the TKB headquarters in Weinfelden as its optimization result. My beloved work routine, as a result, of course, rapidly got affected as well, alongside with this modernization technique, and therefore had most of my many administrational tasks relocate to this newly built building in Weinfelden. Bye-bye, bummer. The newly forged game plan for us souls out in the front side of things introduced itself with more provided time at hand in order to, 1, acquire a new clientele, and with the further added 2, better taking care task of all our existing customers instead. Now, as this new reality check truly transformed my entire daily fun fact routine into a from Linda as dry and mundane perceived exercise, her love, passion, and interest for this on the other planet appeared blessed income opportunity slowly started to fade away by the day, and therefore left her with lots of boredom and inner resistance during her many never-ending takeaway hours instead. Boom. There you go. Ha! And simultaneously to this inner and outer adjusting process in motion, my soul, for the probably first time within this living on earth game experience it ran, found herself being pushed all the way to the point which caused for her to question my overall thus far created reality, especially the one of my income situation. As a result, I therefore instantaneously noticed my disregarded acting dream screaming at me in its loudest notes possible, which incidents then effectively succeeded in allowing for myself to actually truly and sincerely acknowledge it for the very first time with all of my heart and attention. Curious about what it had to say, I then decided to continue listening to this concerned inner voice, and suddenly found little Linda wondering if there maybe did exist a way for her to perform this always returning dream profession somehow, now that she had been granted access to this other planet. Ha! Okay, let's find out then. With a "thy will is my command" response, I then furthermore decided to pull this thus far quite powerful appearing "where there is a will, there always is a way" ingredient out of my Life Toolbox collection in order to get this new mission of mine started. Let's go! A few days later, I then suddenly caught myself flicking through Zurich's phone book, and to my amazement discovered only one theater company and one acting school for starters. That was it. LOL. Quickly and excited, little Linda as a next step then went ahead and mailed both addresses a letter in order to gather all the details about their programs and policies for new students to enter. From the acting school, I swiftly came to learn that their maximum acceptance vessel count got set to a 23 and instantly transformed little Linda into a happy camper, as her count right then ended up with a 22. Hooray! This option already presented itself as a quite promising one. Sweet! Then, a few days later, a typewriter written response from the theater company also fed my mailbox, which content, on the other hand, quickly succeeded in creating some unexpected resistance within my vessel. Oh no! It's actual, from my soul, very discouraging perceived message. Meanwhile, thankfully found itself slipping into my subconscious memory, though what I vividly do recall is that one, the soul who composed this letter with certainty must have been living in a, for my taste, quite conservative and old-fashioned set of mind reality, and that two, all my gained courage for any further action step takings towards my just revived soul childhood dream, alongside with every word that little Linda one by one took in, started to get pushed back into the dark again. Poof! And popped that bubble immediately got anew right in front of my eyes within the following milliseconds, whilst I simultaneously rather saddened forced myself in trying to accept the fact that this incredible and magical acting as a leading lady in a Hollywood motion picture desire, lastly, found itself very soon taking off into another living on earth game journey experience of mine, placed within a different vessel and generation to come. Poof, oof, farewell acting dream, farewell. Now that this recurring acting question successfully got solved, I therefore decided to continue moving forward with my quest to find some further exciting and fun-oriented job options and ideas instead. During this process, my friendly inner voice then soon advised me to keep on looking for a profession which was based on a hobby of little Linda, as those precious 42 work hours per week ideally should be spent and experienced with with as many fun fact opportunities as possible. Ha! That sounded about right to my soul and made more than completely sense. Work equals fun. Great, got it. Yay! Let's. Now, the question of what other hobby, besides watching movies and TV shows, enjoying music, dancing, and celebrating this living on Earth game adventure of mine as often as possible, could I possibly turn into a fun-paying profession here in Switzerland? Therefore, instantly found its way into my awareness. After some more pondering, this supportive inner voice then furthermore approached me with a, how about some traveling? How about some more traveling fun, dear Linda? As you know, your inner adventurous truly loves to explore and to experience new situations and places. Try to find an opportunity based on this genre and take it from there. Suggestion. Boom. This statement certainly sounded very appealing to little Linda and revealed a lot of truth about my soul indeed. Thus far, my vessel, after all, already spent 1 year in Geneva and 5.5 months on the other planet, and this new thought of taking this whole living on Earth game ride onto another exploration level felt like the perfect next move. Cool. The beloved universe then, as usual, went ahead and swiftly provided me with its "thy wish is my command" solution. As my at that time roommate in Oberach happened to have changed her own career path from the mundane office world into the more adventurous Swiss Air flight attendant one a few months prior, I therefore found myself witnessing hands-on from my first row seat what great change of lifestyle and freedom this global swimming against the stream travel choice allowed for her soul to gain out of it. The more that little Linda started to hear about her many exciting adventures from this point on, the more this reality check ended up welcoming my question marks upon her own swimming along with the current version. This combo of traveling the world whilst simultaneously even getting paid seemed like the perfect fun fact match on the menu. Wonderful. Even though that my soul understood the kind universe's wink completely, I still ended up facing some tiny resisting vibes floating within my vessel. As copycatting my roommate happened to be an out-of-question move, I therefore decided to start considering a staff opportunity at Zurich's airport instead. After all, this solution would provide little Linda with the almost same experience, only located on Swiss ground, which therefore would bring along the always remaining same time zone and co-workers. Deal. Excited about these newly forged plans, I then decided to share them with a dear fellow TKB Gemini co-worker of mine, who instantly reacted with a, Linda, if you are planning on working for Swissair, then you belong up into the air. Why would you want to stay on the ground? Then you can really stay here with us. This would end up being about the same experience for you. Ha! And then she winks at me with a smile on her face, and my soul right away knew that my friendly coworker was darn right. Oh yeah! Off I therefore went, ordered this thrilling Swiss Air flight attendant application kit within a snap, and filled it out ASAP with the help of this lovely coworker, as this task happened to be one of her specialties. Wink. After a short waiting period, my vessel then indeed got invited to their psychological and health test day in Kloten, and found myself within a few days' time happily hired as one of their new crew members. YEEHA! Strike! That was easy! How excited my soul truly felt about this new and uplifting shift in this living on Earth game adventure horizon. With that additional granted opportunity in my pocket, I then promptly went ahead, quit the same banking position for the second time with no doubt, whilst little Linda simultaneously with a big smile on her heart kept on yelling, "Yeehaw! Let's rock and roll! World, here I come!" Boom! One way or another, I'm gonna find ya and get ya. Watch out. By the end of January 1999, I finally found my soul being trained into a Swissair flight attendant over the duration of 4 weeks straight. What a different and diverse field of experience this job truly brought along. Wow. Besides the teachings of how to cater our traveling souls up in the air and all its many required security procedures, we all additionally got educated with the basic knowledge of a firefighter, a nurse, and the one of a midwife in order to have all possible emergency situations covered while on duty. Ha! Once our education successfully got completed, my classmates and little Linda then finally got handed their first flight schedule. Now guess what flight destination turned out to be my first one? YEEHA! The City of Angels it was, followed by a work routine to Sao Paulo as part of my long-haul training exercise, which then led into an adventurous 3 weeks short-haul ride throughout Europe. This new journey of mine indeed started out very gloriously and ended up providing little Linda with many more unforgettable memories, cultural insights, and with many more useful ingredients for her overall Living on Earth game Life Toolbox collection. Thank you. During this quite impressive exploration and expansion chapter, my inner adventuress certainly got, as planned, provided with the amazing opportunity to experience the big wild world with its many shapes and forms for free, by even finding herself being enabled to collect many more coins for her precious red and white savings stock account for all her many further adventure creations ahead. YEEHA! Well, and this deal to me certainly disclosed itself to be as super fair. Wink. One reality check realization that I truly liked about this profession turned out to be the fact that every airplane ride transformed itself into an unexpected theater company experience, which presented its own improvised play during each takeoff and landing duration. Ha! How funny, right? We, the crew members, took on the roles of the actors on stage, and our passengers, therefore, supported our individual performances as the audience members right from their assigned seats. LOL. Yup. With this scenario, I am very certain of, my dear co-traveler, you are finding yourself quite familiar with as well, especially when stranded up there during those long, uncomfortable, and never-ending hours. Watching others secretly out of one seat, therefore, always turns into this golden opportunity to kill some precious time up in the heavens, aside from watching a movie, for instance. Right? Wink. Well, and back then, a long-haul flight certainly seemed to last even longer than they do these days, as the only revolutionary technology option an airplane had to offer happened to be some box monitors hanging from a few selected aisle seat spots, which ended up screening 2 or 3 from the maître de cabine controlled only movies. Boom, and that was it. Ha! The passengers' options with that setup therefore left them with a choice of either watching those selected movies, to follow the spectacle on stage, to sleep, to eat, to drink, to get drunk, to read, to relax, to be, to dream, to listen to music, to converse, to think, to wait around in the galley area, or to whatever else one's creative mind came up with. Yup. My time at Swissair also provided my soul with the opportunity to be exposed to celebrities for the very first time, which turned into another very interesting and thrilling experience for little Linda. Phil Collins, Yellow's Dieter Meier, oh yeah, oh yeah, Marsha Gray twice, and Jan Simon, the Swiss snowboarder and gold medal winner at the 1998 Winter Olympics in men's halfpipe, count as my most memorable Swissair passengers. Oh yeah! My probably most spectacular celebrity encounter, though, my soul happened to be experiencing during an overnight stay at the Swiss Hotel in Boston. Shortly after my crew members and I successfully ended up checking into our rooms, I thereafter found my vessel waiting for two of them in the lobby as we were planning on exploring the city together as a unit. Now, whilst I kept myself busy with waiting, my eyes then suddenly noticed the receptionist, who with some waving over gestures eagerly kept on trying to catch my attention. Driven by my natural implanted Gemini's curiosity, little Linda therefore slowly started to walk towards this friendly man's desk, where his soul then with a big smile began to share that the American band, No Doubt, including Gwen Stefani, were on their way down to the lobby. What? Who? LOL. Yes, and right here shall be following my already pre-announced Gwen story for you, my dear co-traveler. Are you ready? Cool. And this also turned out my own response in regards of this gracious insider information exchange, and definitely left this lovely receptionist quite a bit more thrilled than my own soul experienced it. Cute. Surely with no doubt, their song Spiderwebs, including their entire Tragic Kingdom album, will always keep on providing little Linda with the wonderful effect of having her travel with her mental time machine right back to those very first 1996 The Other Planet Adventure creations whenever exposed to them. This is about as how far my fan emotions would flow towards that subject. Oh, and just now, this storyline finds itself triggering my actual first live encounter with this band, which ended up occurring about 4 months after they appeared to me on MTV in my room in Charlotte. Ha! This almost slipped my memory. Poops! All right, and that's it. Let's keep that one for tomorrow. I'm gonna go tell you everything about that on a new day number 8. All right, and I was talking about my first given quote. And actually, that quote thingy is right here. The key to your success is to keep your dream in focus and to have the courage to do things others won't do. That's right. That's what I have been given back in the day in Santa Monica. It has been with me, as I said. And yes, that'll be my closing sentence for you. And yeah, you do whatever you want with it, whatever you need with it. Okay, so where are you going, camera? Where are you going? So yes, that's it. I will see you tomorrow. Enjoy whatever you're doing, and blessings. All right, take care. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.